All right, Jordan Davis with the Oklahoman here. Now, you usually probably see me behind the camera, but today I'm going to be in front of the camera. As you can see, I'm here at the new State Fair Arena, or OG&E Coliseum, and I'm going to do a quick tour today to show a lot of people have come and swiped up and asked to see, a tour, videos more so of the stadium, and I'm going to present to you guys that on our Oklahoman Sports Instagram. So stay tuned on the story, and I'll do that for the next few minutes here. All right, so when you first get here to OG&E Coliseum, the State Fairgrounds, you can park on either side of the Bennett Event Center. I'm sure next week for the 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A state championships, it'll be way more packed there. So you can park for those championships. You can park on both sides. Class A and B probably won't be that much this week, but here's the beginning and the opening of OG&E Coliseum. Obviously a new state-of-the-art facility, replacing the big house, which was up and running for over 70 years. So I'm gonna give you a tour of the inside. All right, so when you walk through the doors, just as normal, gonna walk through security. You can go either to the right, up these stairs here, which will take you to the seating, or you can go to your left and you can take these escalators that they have now in here, up the escalators and go up there. I'll give you a tour of upstairs in a second. The stairs, you can either go to your right, some popcorn machines over here. I'm sure it'll be a long line. A bunch of, donors and vendors will be over here, as well as per usual. I'll get to actual court in a second from here, but you have the atrium bar here, some more vendors, and there is the top of the escalator. So you'll be able to come out, and for those that want to, these seats here, anybody can sit here. These are first come, first serve throughout the entire bowl of the arena. And then obviously here we are with the new OG&E Coliseum. Now this is what it's going to look like from here. There's no upper level seats like we had at the big house. It's just a bowl kind of. I would say about 3,000 to 3,500 less seats are in this bowl, and I'm going to walk around and give you guys some more. All right, now one of the cool new amenities here at the arena is there are 3 suites. Now this is the largest suite in here. There's 2 more that are half the size of this suite, but we have suites now in the State Fair Arena, and you'll be able to watch, at least if you reserve them or you paid for them, we'll be able to watch the games from these suites. I'm going to show you guys the lounge, which is across from here over there in a few, but you can walk down. There's some extra seats here, and you'll be able to watch all the games from here. It's pretty neat new venue that they have. These are the other 2 suites that they have over there. Kind of look like the same inside, and here's a bigger, more wide view of Suite 3. And yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see. So per usual, like the last State Fair Arena, there are concession stands and several different, there are going to be some pie places down there, pizza, Southwest chicken spot. Also, there are charger stations around the entire bowl of the arena. Like I said, there's going to be obviously concession stands around here. You can get your funnel cakes, and I think they have a smoothie bar somewhere around here. You can get off. There's an elevator. There are stairs. So the stairs I showed are not just the only ways to get up here. And like I said, these seats are first come, first serve. Same thing for these seats right here. Now I believe one of these sections is a handicap section. So they have them on both sides. So it's going to be the same thing on both sides on the upper bowl. All right, now here is the Lorick Ranch Lounge. I showed you guys this when I was sitting across from the suites over there. And just like the suites, I mean, this is a sizable lounge. I mean, it says on the wall 146 maximum capacity, but honestly, you could probably fit 300 to 400 people in here. They already have a bar set up over here. As you can see, very nice. Then you open these doors, you can walk out, and there's a section of seating all through this lower bowl for people. I think right here is some radio people reserved, but through this lower bowl, you can see there's even more seats, and this is all reserved for Oklahoma the Coaches Association and Hall of Fame coaches that we've had, and probably basketball and a few other sports, I'm sure. And then just so you guys can see, here is just another view of all the seats throughout this one bowl that we have. So it's all through. All right, here's another view now in one of the radio and one of the media sections that they'll have. I believe this will be a table for certain broadcasters, and like I said, certain radio people, for them to sit. Now, while I'm also here, for my photographers out there, it is my understanding that you can shoot from wherever in the arena. You don't have to have an OSSAA pass necessarily, unless you want to get on the floor and be able to shoot down there near the court. You don't need an OSSAA pass to be able to shoot. So you can bring your cameras in here and shoot from the tops, but they are saying that you cannot be in people's way. So make sure that you're not in people's way if you're shooting, and just be off to the side shooting. Make sure you're doing that the right way. But yes, this is where radio and some TV people will be able to sit. And as you can see, again, here's just a POV of, what it looks like to be in the stands and look onto the floor just in the middle. All right, so now I'm in the underground in the back rooms where you can see the locker rooms. Now, there's several locker rooms in between each other. OSSAA has told me that they will have security guards in between locker rooms, making sure, ensuring everything goes right with the players. But they haven't set everything up, but this is kind of the locker room, kind of resembling a similar setup to last year. And here's the bathrooms for the coaches and players to see. Is, a bathroom. And, now I know a lot of people want to take their pictures like Kobe Bryant in the locker room and in the shower. So I know people have done that in the past at the last big house. So you'll be able to do it again. But this is just a view of the locker room. All right, so I've got a lot of questions about where the student section will be. So no longer will they be right behind the bench on this side, within these. I believe nobody will be standing in these railings like they were last year and the last couple of years. But everywhere where you see these colored sheets of paper is where the student section will be, just right here. And then this is for the home stands, I believe. And then across from here, over there is the same setup for the away. So that is where the student section will be. They were being seats this year, not standing on the floor anymore. And then finally, we're just gonna wrap things up on the court. I mean, it's the same old court that you usually see. The OSSAA puts together, the OKC Fairgrounds. Per usual, we have media row for newspapers and writers and a handful of photographers. There will be, as you see, no cheering on press row. You shouldn't be doing that. Journalism 101. Visiting teams, and then as you see, Chris Evans right here.
It's a mess.
It's all good. And
it's a mess.
The Oklahoman will be right here courtside. So we are here at the New State Fair Arena, also known as OG&E Arena, and this is me checking out. The Class B2 state championships will begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. and 2 weeks of basketball will be fun to watch here in the new arena. Jordan Davis signing out.